gonna switch up a little bit. Different opening. Let's go. I just want to hear how it sounds. What? Hey man, I do not own the rights to this song, that song if it does work. Shout out to Knewbenfrank. Make sure you listen to the song GTA. For sure on Apple Music. For sure on SoundCloud. I think it's on Spotify as well, but I'm not a Spotify type of man. I'm a Apple Music guy. Actually, I was going to do this off to the side, but we're going to just center myself. As you guys know. Through the whistle. Episode 27. As you can see, I'm dolo. I'm by myself. Keivon has some things to handle. You know, as an adult, that's what you have to do sometimes. You know, gotta handle some business. And business is business. So we might have episode 28 tomorrow. Just like I'm dolo today. Keivon might be in dolo tomorrow because I also have some things to handle tomorrow. It's been a while. I know. Sorry. Missed you guys on Monday. Missed you guys last week, too. It won't happen again. Because even next week, there will be a Through the Whistle episode 28. Even though, yes, I know, it's Christmas. But guess what? I know y'all off work. So y'all can watch. Y'all can watch me and Keivon talk a little bit about sports. Okay? Okay. But, once again, Through the Whistle, episode 27. I will be talking about, not we, Fine Demons over here. Miss my right-hand man. Where's he at? We'll be talking, I did it again. So used to it. I will be talking about college football playoff. It's go time. Been waiting for this moment for ever since the start of college football. There's no more debating who was the best team. If blah, blah, blah would have made it. No. End all, be all. Put up or shut up. Hold on, gotta flip that. No free ads. But be sure to like, share, subscribe. Please, it's free. Get me out the hood. Come on. I don't want to live in my mom's basement forever. Please. Get me out the hood. Anyways, to get back on topic. Since the last time we've spoken, we have a new Heisman winner. Travis Hunter, congratulations. Don't think you should have won it. But, congratulations. First defensive player to win it since Charles Woodson, the GOAT, out of Michigan. You know, effort we ball. A lot of people would have had Genty. A lot of coaches said they would have had Genty, but it's voted by the media. And as a man who is the media, I cannot talk too much down on the media. Also, you know, it's getting to that time of year. Football is winding down. I would say basketball's turning up, but no. The NBA players don't care about basketball, so I would say it's ongoing. Bucks won the in-season tournament. Congrats, Giannis. 0 points in the fourth quarter. Thank you. I appreciate you. Dame, I understand. Glorilla was there. I understand why you were going so federal. And now, we all seen the video. And now, I understand. I understand it now. But anyways, we're not here for the NBA. We're not here to talk about the Heisman. We're here to talk about the college football playoff. First 12-team playoff in college football history. Starts this upcoming Friday. And I'm an organized man sometimes. Don't, ask my college roommates that. Very organized man. So we're just going to go in order of when these games take place. go ahead and take a little sip because this first one. Ha. Boy, oh boy. State championship. I thought states was a couple weeks ago. No, that's just for high school. State championship in the state of Indiana. Home of Michael Jackson. Yes, that's a crazy pull. I understand. Shout out to you, Josh Aponte. Wait, I'm sorry. I know I'm going on tangents. A little ADD moment for me right now. Y'all just gotta bear with me. Shout out to all my college graduates who graduated this past weekend. Shout out to all of y'all. You guys did y'all's thing. You know. Who cares how long it took? I don't care if it took you 2 years, 15 years. Congratulations, regardless. If y'all didn't get congratulations from anybody in the world, just know that proud of you, did great things, whoever said graduate is. But anyways, Notre Dame versus Indiana. I understand a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Indiana shouldn't have made it over Alabama. Shut up. That's a lie. Indiana deserves to be here. And I'm not going to lie to you. Out of everybody, at the top four, this is definitely, like by far, make sure y'all hear me into the second mic, by far, Indiana's most favorable matchup. Because it's Notre Dame. We all know Notre Dame likes to, they like to blow it. They like to blow the big games. They like to blow the little games too. Because let's not forget about 3 months ago, they lost in Northern Illinois. A couple years ago, they lost to the Marshall Thunderbirds, Go Herd, at home. And guess what? Indiana's better than both those teams. So let's get into it. I personally believe, I'm not going to fully spoil my fucking prediction. It's stupid. You won't want to stay here for longer. I fully expect Indiana to prove that they're supposed to be here. They're supposed to be in this college football playoff. They're supposed to be, they're a major underdog, in my opinion. I don't think that they're, I want to say less than I don't think that Notre Dame should be a touchdown favorite. Well, more than a touchdown favorite right now. But that's just how Vegas thinks. And if I was smarter than Vegas, I want to be donating to FanDuel every week, every day. So I'm going to just let Vegas do what they want. But I do think they have the line wrong. I put a lot of weight into Indiana's loss against Ohio State. Yes, 100%. You went out there and you lost. You got smacked by 20 plus points. But guess what? I put weight into that loss for the opposite reason as a lot of people. It took Indiana choking so bad, pause. They let Caleb down and turn the punt. That man was moving in slow motion. There's no way that Coach Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers didn't learn from that. In the words of Lethal Shooter, I understand it now. And I think that's going to go a very, very long way in the game on Saturday. I don't think that Indiana will play anywhere close as bad as they did against Ohio State, like I just said. And 27 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Mr. Ward, you played your ass off this season. You've played great. And I do not think Notre Dame will have an answer for you, Mr. Ward. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, Reese, I know. We've been playing domino on defense all year. Y'all were. Until the last game of the season against USC. You let USC score 35 points against you. I'm sorry, but Indiana's offense is better than USC's. Yes, I said it. Indiana's offense is better than USC's. I think that Notre Dame Fighting Irish will struggle against Indiana's offense. I'm sorry. Well, tongue-tied. I need to take a little sip of this energy drink. Hold on. said energy drink company, sponsor me, please. Do the whistle, sponsored by blah, blah, blah. Right here in the corner. But we have to get back on track. We had to take a little look at this Notre Dame team. Yes, they are 11-1. But boy, oh boy, they have not played a damn good team yet. And I think this Indiana team is damn good. I'm not saying Lee Corso's coming back out there and coaching. I'm not saying that. But this Indiana team is for real. This is the best team that Notre Dame has probably played all season. I think Indiana is better than Texas A&M. Personally, that's what I believe. But, everybody is open to their own thoughts and interpretations of a football team. Some people think Oregon is the best team in the nation. Certain somebody's usually here. But, to each their own. We have forgotten that Riley Leonard is mid. That's it. That's a sentence. Yes, Notre Dame's putting up a lot of points against Army, against Navy, against USC, Okay, that's cool. That's cute. That's very demure of y'all. That's cool. But, Riley Leonard doesn't have a game throwing more than 230 yards in a game. It's kind of bad. He doesn't have a game, throwing over 230 yards. We kind of forgot that, Notre Dame used to struggle to get past the 50-yard line when they couldn't run the ball. And I don't know if y'all watched Indiana this year, but they have a pretty good run defense. Trust me, I saw it when they played us. Was not a fan. Stuffed our run, and Michigan ended up losing. I'm gonna make a couple of losses to Michigan because there's several Big Ten teams playing this weekend. But nonetheless, when you allow USC to score 35 points, 3-5, you lose any realm of doubt. Like, Notre Dame's defense is good. You better watch out, T. Belch. No, you lose that benefit of the doubt. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Cignetti's about to go balls to the wall when it comes to play calling this week. He's gonna, unlike certain coaches who I feel like in big games, they coach to not lose. Cignetti's quite the opposite. He's, I'm emptying the clip. I don't care what type of trick plays we had to bring out. I'm going to win this game, and I don't care what I put on film. And I say all of this. So, okay, hold on. Because I got low-key, I got to pivot. Because as I was, making the rundown for this, kind of make bullet points for each point, I was like, okay, Notre Dame's it's gonna be close. Notre Dame's gonna win it. But the more I'm thinking about it, I think Indiana's gonna win. That kind of throws off my whole second half of the episode. But it's okay. Look, last 20% of the show, it's okay. Oh, I can adjust. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Notre Dame in a big game at home. When's the last time that's went well? When's the last time Notre Dame's beat a top 12 team? Okay. Go ahead, ask Siri, ask Google. It's been probably most of y'all's whole life since they won. I'm not gonna lie. Indiana's gonna win this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Coach Cignetti is gonna pull it off. I think he's gonna find a way. Cause look, just Google me. Just Google me. That's the most aura building sentence I've ever heard. Just Google. I win. Just Google me. And I don't think that stops this weekend. This Friday. Indiana's gonna win this first game. First game of the 12-team format. And this is going to set the tone. It's going to, look, the underranked team, the Cinderella story. Indiana's going to beat Notre Dame. They're going to win the in-state rivalry. And I think this is, kind of, it might be a little precursor to what might come to follow in these upcoming seasons, especially with, the Big Ten and SEC lobbying for, hey, we need an extra bid. Like, you see our fourth best team, they made it to the quarterfinals. Like, we need something. Like, in the words of Denzel, hey, I'm leaving here with something. Indiana beats Notre Dame. Let's put a score on it. Because, just saying they beat Notre Dame is easy. Indiana wins 20-13. No, let's go 17-10. Because I don't really see Notre Dame getting into the end zone that much. I personally just don't see it. I'm sorry, Notre Dame fans. I think the beginning of the season is going to kind of come full circle where it's, can we please get past the 50? I'm not asking you for much. I just want you to get past the 50. And guess what? Signetti is not going to go for that. Indiana pulls the upset in the first ever college football playoff game. Let's move on along. That next morning at noon. No, this is not big noon kickoff. No, it's in the noon game. Penn State can never get away from the demons of big noon kickoff. I'm so sorry. GG's in the chat. But, yes, I said chat. Yeah, I didn't set it right there. Sorry. But, Penn State SMU. This is not the 1980s. This is not the 1990s. I'll make this brief. SMU's not winning this game, brother. I'm sorry. This won't be about 10 degrees below zero on that football field. The whiteout, come on. Best scene of all of college football. The whiteout at Penn State. Please do not let it snow. If it snows, it's going to get bad. SMU, the average temperature that SMU has had their games played at is 72 degrees. 72 degrees. That's way, way, way warmer than what it's about to be on Saturday. SMU's defense is very, 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 very sweet. It's the sweet one. I understand that, they've won a lot of games. They haven't beat anybody that, is of any essence. Yes, I know that's why a lot of people said SMU shouldn't be in over Alabama. But guess what? We're here. SMU allowed Clemson to move the ball somewhat at will the whole first half. And I'm not going to lie to you. Penn State's offense is ass. I agree. Penn State's offense is ass. But they're only ass against good teams in big games. This is a big game. But what did I say the first word? The first two words I said? Good teams. SMU, I'm sorry, you do not get a rose. I think Penn State has all the confidence in the world coming off the Oregon game and the Big Ten championship game. I think that they saw, hey, I don't know if y'all saw that in Indianapolis. Hey, who's moving the ball? Hey, come here. Come in a little closer. Oregon is the number one team in the nation, and we moved the ball on them. We scored more than 30 points. We got it. We finally got the offense figured out. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think that confidence is going to just roll on. Because if they keep feeding Tyler Warren like they're supposed to, this game is going to get ugly. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Like, if Clemson's defense was able to force that many turnovers in the ACC championship game against SMU, I think Penn State's going to do the exact same. I think Penn State's pass rush is better than Clemson's. I'm not saying Clemson's they're better in total. No, I'm not saying that. Don't kill me, Nittany Lion fans or Clemson fans. Sorry. Just being honest. I'm an honesty broker. I'm not a stockbroker because, damn, I can't get that shit right. No. But Drew Aller with some confidence. Drew Aller with some swag. He said, hey, I'm coming back. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. In the words of the Wolf of Wall Street. Drew Aller's going to be spinning that. He's going to be spinning that ball. I think Drew Aller, club nigga around the same left tier of like quarterback. And if K Club Nick was out there dealing, Drew Aller's going to be out there dealing. Nick Singleton, big game. That stadium's going to be absolutely rocking. You cannot simulate cold weather. There's two things you can't simulate. You can't simulate cold weather. You can't simulate noise. I know they're like, oh, we're gonna pump in noise during the practice facility. That's not the same. It's not the same. Good try. This Penn State Stadium, Happy Valley, is going to be off a freaking Red Bull. It's not a Red Bull, but it gives you wings, I guess. That stadium's gonna be rocking. White out. Turn me up, not down. Like Mo Bamba playing. Y'all, if you play CFB 25, you know about the stadium pulse. You know when you play at Penn State, you can't see nothing. No audibles, no. You just might as well just hope for the best. That's gonna be how it is in real life. I expect Penn State to win by a modest 24 points. 24 points, something around that area. 24 to 28 points. I honestly think it'll probably be about 31-7. I think it's going to get ugly. Because once Penn State knows you're not able to run the ball, it's very, to allude it to nature, for all my animal lovers, it's like a shark smelling blood in the water. It's like when predators in the wild see a wounded animal. It's like, all right, bro, I'm about to really pin my ears back. I'm going to attack, and I'm going to attack this like it's nothing. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday at noon. About 3 o'clock's on the roll on. We're going to be like, hey, bro, turn the NFL game on. It's getting ugly. They're getting smacked. SMU's getting smacked around. They're about to get sent back to Texas. We should put Alabama in. And I think this might be the catalyst for, 14 teams is needed, bro. Even though I don't think it's needed. Moving on. Texas Clemson, 4 o'clock game. Cade Klubnik, you must play complimentary football. First game of the season, when Clemson's defense was getting stop after stop after stop, you weren't moving the ball. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That Georgia game is way closer than it looked. I promise you, it looked ugly. I know. But that Georgia game was way closer than it looked. Not going to lie to you. I personally think Clemson's defense in totality is better than Georgia's. Plus the scheme that Clemson usually uses. And we have to think Clemson with prep time, Dabo with prep time defensively. It's going to be a little spicy in there. It's going to be a little spicy at Arlington, Texas. I'm not going to lie to you. We can go look at game for game. SEC championship game, Chick-fil-A kickoff game. Both teams played Georgia. Only difference is Clemson played a healthy Georgia with prep time. Texas played a hurt Georgia with no prep time. Clemson's defense, I think personally, in my opinion, what my eyes said, showed me, interpreted. I think Clemson's defense played way better against Georgia than Texas' defense did. That's just me. Clemson's defense they're valid. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just a matter of, can Clemson move the ball offensively so that the game doesn't get to the point where Clemson's defense is like, bro, Coach, Sub. We're out of gas. The offense done went 3 and out, 5 straight possessions coming out of halftime. What more can we do? Our bodies are breaking down. Is going to catch up to you eventually. But there's always a but. Texas cannot bully Clemson. It's not possible. I'm not saying it as in what's the key to the game. I'm telling you, Texas cannot bully Clemson. You can't run the ball at will against them. It's going to be very reminiscent of the Texas-Georgia game from the first time they played at Texas. I think that Texas, they might move on from Quinn periodically, but I don't really think, like a lot of people think that, Arch is going to come in. I don't really think you can throw Arch in against that defense. That defense is too complicated, in my opinion. I know they struggled against South Carolina. I know Clemson struggled against South Carolina. Sellers, very mobile quarterback, very athletic man. Arch, kind of similar. But I just don't think that you can put the game in a sophomore's, in a guy's hands who doesn't really start. I don't think this will be a Jalen Hurts Tua situation. I think if that does happen, I think we will see that later on if Georgia and Texas play again. If. I'm not spoiling nothing. If. But Quinn's feet do suck. Like, his feet are trash. Like, his footwork sucks. He's limping around. I don't think it happens. But I do think Texas will win. I think the game will be very low scoring. I think it will be about 20-7. Texas wins 20 to Clemson 7. Texas wins. No, I don't think Texas even covers. I'm a liar. I have Texas winning 17-7. They don't cover the spread, but they do win the game and they do advance. And there's a little bit more rumblings. Oh, sorry. I don't know that. This messed up y'all's ears. I'm sorry. But I think it will be a lot of whispers. Hey, Arch should start the next game. Hey, Archie Manning should start. I don't think Quinn got it, blah, blah, blah. I think those whispers turn into, hey, Archie Manning needs to start, not Quinn. Give Arch the prep time. Quinn's not it. I think that conversation just gets louder and louder and louder in the facility. But Texas does win, move on to the quarterfinals. And lastly, Tennessee versus Ohio State. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I said it a couple weeks ago. I think Tennessee's a top 2 team. Yes, I do believe that wholeheartedly. I think it goes Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State, Oregon. Nico is the end-all, be-all of this game. Nico Ilemueva, see, I'm cooking with this pronunciation today, is the end-all, be-all of this game. Nothing more, nothing less. Because I personally think Ohio State's going to sell out on the run. Because if you let Samson just go out there and have a field day, Ohio State's going to lose. There's just no end-all. There's just no ifs, ands, or about it. No fanboys. Some of y'all understand that. So I would say, like, a lot of people will say, oh, Ohio State's defense comparable to Georgia. It's not. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's not. Ohio State doesn't simulate pressure rushing only 4 people. Georgia does. So I don't think that this is very comparable. Georgia has better DBs than Ohio State. I don't think it's comparable. So I do think Ohio State's defense is comparable to Oklahoma. Oklahoma lost to Tennessee 20-13 early in the season. In that game, Nico was 13-21, 194 yards, and a touchdown. But both of Tennessee's running backs combined it for 157 rushing yards. And that's the most important part of this game. I think if Samson gets to 100 yards, you tell me, hey, Ty, I don't watch the game for some reason. I'm sleeping. I'm stuck in Connecticut. Shout out to, this week. Well, never mind. Don't need to ramble right now. For some reason, hey, Ty, missed the game. You tell me after the game, hey, Samson had 110 yards. I would tell you Ohio State lost that game. Because, I'm not going to lie to you, let's call a spade a spade. Samson is better than Mullins from Michigan. I feel like no one can debate that. I think Tennessee's offensive line is better than Michigan's offensive line. I think Nico, we all think Nico, is 100% better than Davis Warren. So with all that being said, this is a matchup nightmare for Ohio State offensively. If Nico can just stay calm, just be composed. Don't hold the ball for 20 minutes, please. Because I think this box is going to be real stacked. Your guys are going to have one-on-one opportunities. Throw at Denzel Burke. Or throw at Igbinosa. Igbinosa's going to generate the pass interference call. He does it every game. It's horrible. I don't know how he does it. It's kind of impressive, if you ask me, personally. But another thing, I don't trust Ryan Day. I even outside of Ohio State's defense versus Tennessee's offense, yes, let's just say it's a wash. I don't trust Ohio State's offense at all. They said they're going to rotate at right guard. Yeah, they're going to rotate at the guard position in general. I don't think that's a good idea because Tennessee's D-line, they get busy. Tennessee's D-line wreaked havoc against Alabama. They wreaked havoc against every team besides Georgia. If Ryan Day and Chip Kelly try to do that little run the ball thing that they try to do against Michigan, they are going to lose the game for sure. No questions about it. I'm not going to lie to you. Will Howard's going to throw at least one interception. And if memory serves correctly, Ohio State's going to turn the ball over at least twice. Every big game this season, 2 turnovers. It just happens. Penn State game, 2 turnovers. Michigan game, 2 turnovers. I want to say Oregon game, 2 turnovers. If you want to, yeah, because technically you count the slide down, clock ran out, turnover, Juggins fumbled, turnovers. You give this Tennessee defense 2 turnovers, and now they're like, hey, this is momentum. We can win this game. You're going to lose. Will Howard, if you don't try to use your legs this game, you're going to lose this game. Because if you're just back there trying to sit in the pocket, like you did against Michigan, and not use your feet, Ohio State is going to lose and lose handedly. That's just me being 100% honest. Ryan Day has to put all his chips to the middle of the table. No pun intended, the Chip Kelly. Because I think if he doesn't, I know I've been slandered the last, I said about 2 weeks ago the first time. If Ohio State's having bad play calls, getting stopped on 3rd downs, and it's 4th and 2, and they're not going for it, they're going to boo that offense. And I'm not to be mean to Ryan Day or to Will Howard. They listen to the crowd. Ryan Day lets outside factors get to him. He did against Michigan. He low-key did against Notre Dame last year when he went to go attack freaking Lou Holtz. Like, oh, look, we're tough. Like, dude, he's 90. Relax. So, the crowd factor, it's supposed to be a lot, like rumor is, there's a lot of Tennessee fans supposed to be coming up here. You know, if you look on SeatGeek right now, there's a lot of tickets. Damn, this place SeatGeek. But SeatGeek has a lot of tickets out there that are available. It's going to be 20 degrees. It's going to be cold as hell. Like, cold as hell. So a lot of Tennessee fans, buying up those tickets. And I think it's going to be about 70-30 split Ohio State, Tennessee fans. And I'm not going to lie to you. I like Tennessee to win this game. Give me Tennessee 27, Ohio State 21. Will Howard have a chance to win the game? And I think he blows it again. I think part of the problem will be they don't trust fielding to kick a field goal. So I think those, like, having to be aggressive, like the forced aggressiveness will come back to haunt them, because you can't trust him to kick a field goal. You can't trust him to go, hey, we're on the 25-yard line, we're on the 30th yard line, it's 4th and 3, so we have to go for it. The expected team to convert every 4th down is just not possible. You can't do that. It doesn't make sense. It's against every football acumen in the world. It's just not going to happen. So I predict Tennessee 27-21 victory over Ohio State. And I think, personally, I just said this at the beginning, I think the winner of this game will make it to the championship game. Whether I end up being wrong and Ohio State does win, I think Ohio State goes on to the national championship game. So let's review. Let's summarize. Let's get the spark notes going. I have Notre Dame losing to Indiana in the first game of the college football playoff. I have SMU getting absolutely boat raced by Penn State in the first game of this Saturday. Texas and Clemson will be a close game. I think Texas narrowly gets out of said game. And then in the last game, Tennessee will beat Ohio State 27-21. So y'all can go ahead and say tie. Go ahead and comment. Say tie. Who gave you the script? Hey, don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. Thank you. So let's go ahead and look to the future. Go ahead and do a look. We're going to skip ahead to about 2 weeks from now. Let's do a little bracket. It's a bracket. We're lucky this year. So first game, Texas versus Arizona State at the Peach Bowl. Don't know why it's at the Peach Bowl. It's kind of fried. Thought it would be at the Sugar Bowl because I thought Georgia would want to play a home game at the Peach Bowl. But it's whatever. I don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. But Texas beats Arizona State. Scatterbo, sorry. That 95 overall player card you have on NCAA, go ahead and chalk it up. You did good. You did good, man. Salutes. In the Rose Bowl game, like I said earlier, I think the winner of Tennessee Ohio State makes it to the national championship game. Tennessee beats Oregon. Oregon's defense is trash. Tennessee's offense is good. I think Tennessee's defense is the best defense that Oregon will play all season. And I think that Tennessee defense will get stops against Oregon. Something that's very rare to see. We don't usually see that against Oregon. But guess what? It's a first for everything. So on that side, Tennessee versus Texas in all SEC, on an all SEC matchup in the Final Four. Fiesta Bowl, Penn State, Boise State. Don't judge me. Don't fight me, please. I haven't been the Rise Boxing and Fitness in a little minute. Please don't fight me. I have Boise State being Penn State. Ty, you're insane. A little bit. It's a wee bit. A little insanity never hurt nobody. You're a little crazy. But you look at the history of Penn State losing. Usually comes down to their run defense. Penn State's defense is predicated on their passing defense. Great pass rushers. Meh. DBs. Meh. To good DBs. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a very pissed off Heisman runner-up out there in Boise. I think they have a point to prove. I think Gentee's going to have a field day. 2 touchdowns against Penn State. I think They will win that game. James Franklin in the big game, no. And that spread will probably be high as heck. Because SMU, either way they do to SMU, they're going to be like, hey, Penn State finally put the pieces together. No, Penn State's Penn State. Penn State will lose to Boise State. Boise State on to the Final Four. Cinderella story continues for the Broncos. Let's do it. Genty, you should have won the Heisman. Damn it, I would have won $500 if you did. Next, not Notre Dame. Indiana, after the win against Notre Dame, will play Georgia. Short and simple, Georgia wins. Even they don't have Carson Beck, Georgia wins. There's no reason to harp on it. There's no reason to be like, oh, but maybe. No. Kirby Smart plus prep time. Batman plus prep time. It's the same exact thing. Tell me what the difference is between the photos. There isn't none. There isn't a difference. It's the reason why, come the playoffs, Georgia makes shit shake every time. So we got Boise State versus Georgia. And Boise State will not continue the Cinderella round. Georgia will beat Boise State. There's no reason to try to argue against it. No. Georgia, you got it. On to the Natty for Georgia. In the other semifinal game, the All-SEC semifinal in the Cotton Bowl, down the street from Texas, at Jerry's World. I know you're going to say I'm glazing them. Nico Ilemueva, legacy game against Texas. I think Tennessee wins this game against Texas. Will win that game against Texas. I think Tennessee's defensive line will get to Quinn Ewers, just like I think Georgia's defensive line got to Quinn Ewers. Yes, Texas has a great defense, but I think the balance of Sampson mixed with Nico, I just think he needs to get to 200 yards. I think they win the game. So give me Tennessee winning walk-off fashion. They don't get to the 30s. 20-17. Tennessee. And then we get a rematch of Tennessee-Georgia. But this time, Tennessee. You're going to Georgia. Y'all doesn't say this time Tennessee wins. No. Tennessee will lose to Georgia. The Georgia run in error will pick back up where it left off. Georgia, they have some gaslighters at coach, especially at their head coach position. Kirby Smart's like, they didn't believe in us before the season. They didn't believe in us. Kirby, you're going to be a favorite in this game. You're playing at home. You're playing in Atlanta. You're down the street from your campus. You're the favorite. Don't try to gaslight me, Diddy. No, it's not happening. So I have Georgia winning the national title. If you've been listening, I said Georgia and Tennessee are the two best teams in college football. I've been saying it for some weeks now. So I do have Georgia versus Tennessee. National championship, Georgia going to win the national championship. I do want to talk about one thing really quick. It's going to be brief. It's going to be very brief. It's not going to be, I'll go more in depth with it next week with Keivon here. There is an absolute problem with the transfer portal. I'm not saying people are just going in the transfer portal, oh, no, blah, blah. No, I'm young. I completely understand that aspect of it all. Being able to go in, like the transfer portal being in the midst of the 10-day window of the playoff is stupid. You're telling me that these top teams like Ohio State, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, they have to try to recruit kids out of the portal while also preparing for a game? No! What the fuck? No! I think, I'm stealing this from Joe Clark because I think it's a great idea. National championship game needs to be played January 1st at the Rose Bowl every single year. Or January, like the first Saturday of January at the Rose Bowl every single year. Because then that allows you like a 10-ish day window to have the portal be actually accessible. Teams that is playing the Natty, good. Congratulations. You have this time period to recruit before your spring semester starts, get guys in, blah, 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 blase, 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 in the words of Coach Trapp. I feel like that can help the game. I feel like that will make it fair to all. Transfer portal cannot open until the day after the national championship game. This allows kids to, focus on bowl games. Allows kids to focus on the playoff run. Boom, kumbaya. That's just if I was the commissioner. But episode 27 of Through the Whistle, very short, very concise episode. Like I said, just a refresh. I have Tennessee beating Ohio State 27-21. Penn State blowing the doors off of SMU. Texas narrowly getting by Clemson in a very sneaky, they won by double digits? No, the double-digit win wasn't that impressive. I saw Texas beating Clemson. And then Indiana and Coach Cignetti beating Notre Dame, and Notre Dame being Notre Dame fashion. So, go ahead and do one thing. Like, share, and comment. Like, share, subscribe. And if y'all have any ill will about what my picks are, go ahead and comment below what y'all think. Through the Whistle, episode 27. Flame on. All right, we have a special guest. We have Autumn here. Best producer in the game. Autumn doesn't really fuck with college football, but fuck it. Guest picker. Autumn, Notre Dame versus Indiana.
Notre Dame.
Okay. Autumn, Penn State versus SMU.
Penn State.
AC's cooking right now. Texas versus Clemson.
Clemson.
All right. And then we have Ohio State versus Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Just want to go for chat. And we also, come on, go ahead and walk out here. Look at who appears.
Why are you handing me a mic?
Talking to the mic, Keivon.
You have a mic on.
I have it off.
Why do you have it off?
Because I'm done, Keivon.
So then, what are you handing
No,
me
this is now it's post credits. It's like Marvel. Thank you, Autumn. You did great. College game day. I should have gave her the mascot. Keivon, quick ones. Keivon is here. He has appeared. Hey, shout out to Davis Defense. He chose CCW. Carry that thing with you any state you go to besides what? Florida, California, and DC.
You like me to fix that shot?
Sure. Thank you.
You guys seem a little too close to each other.
We're close today, Keivon.
We're not.
Keivon, come here. Let me grab your arm. I want to say something crazy. Keivon, Texas versus Clemson. Quick ones.
I got Texas in a close one. I think Clemson will cover the spread.
Keys to the game.
Clemson's D-line pressure. I think that if they can rattle Quinn Ewers, that is definitely possible that he can keep Clemson within a shot to keep this game where you're going to be on your toes. But I do think
Does Archie Manning come into the game and play significant snaps?
Significant. I don't know if it's
over under 10.5 snaps.
Under.
But
I think he will have a key role of red zone packages because I don't see a point of him not. Yeah, we're starting to get to that breaking point.
Notre Dame, Indiana. Mind you guys, Keivon does not know what my predictions were. So I just want to put that out there.
I am not a believer of Notre Dame.
Sorry, Reese and Dylan.
I do think that their defense is real. I do not believe that their offense is. I think that their offense is very much, as some people used to say, flugazy. It is.
Did you just use Fugazi in 2024?
I think that it is very much fraudulent, and that if Indiana can force them to pass, that it can be real hectic for Notre Dame. So I got, what's the spread?
No, we're talking straight up.
I got
It's 8.5.
I think Indiana's going to get it done. I'm not going to lie to you.
I said the same exact thing. Your boy Riley Leonard has not had a game passing for 230 yards.
Yeah, I think he's going to have that.
And let's not forget, he did not pass the 50-yard line.
But I will say that we have seen Indiana against top-tier opponents fold. So,
and it took a lot to get that momentum shifted towards Ohio State in that Indiana game.
yeah. I will also say, like, when they have played defenses like that, like what Notre Dame is going to bring, they have struggled, especially second half.
How many points do they need to get to win the game?
I say 21-24.
You're better than me. I said 13.
Oh, no. I think
I either said 13 or 17.
I think that their defense can get them in position, like better field position to get. I just don't know if Indiana's going to have the depth to.
The fuck with them.
Yeah, it's that D line is going to get tired. And
over under 6 punts in this game.
Over.
It looks like a classic Army.
This actually, just talking about this, I think I just changed my mind. I think Notre Dame's actually going to win now because that defense is going to force them. Indiana is going to have to legitimately throw everything against the wall to see what's going to stick with this defense. That Notre Dame.
And I think they're able to do that. That's why I think Indiana can win. I think Cignetti's he's going to go balls to the wall.
But there's no defense. There's the defense that played that's like Notre Dame gave them problems.
Notre Dame just allowed 35 points to USC.
That is very valid. That is valid. That is, you know what? Damn it. That is valid. Actually, I'm switching back. I'm going back to Indiana.
Flip flop.
Yeah, I'm going back to Indiana.
Backcourt violation.
That is crazy because actually now I think about Texas A&M also
was moving the ball.
They gave them probably, even though they were on the road, Notre Dame was. So you can also say that the offenses that Notre Dame has played have not been up to par, and the ones that are to Indiana's level is definitely
the only team that Indiana struggled with was
Ohio State and Michigan.
Ohio State.
I mean, but they struggle against Michigan too with the defense on the offensive side of football, especially in the second half. I mean, yards.
If you look back at it, that's kind of pause. If you look back at it, that's where Michigan start. Hey, Wing Martindale locked the freak in. We didn't smack first half. Jeez, Louisiana raw.
I guess that's valid.
Tennessee, Ohio State, quick points.
If Ohio State if their two guards cannot create movement on the offensive line, then the game will be very dicey. I think that you have to force Nico to pass. If Simpson has over 150 yards, it's over with. It's over. Anything under 100.
Keivon did not listen to this before.
Anything under 100.
Started.
Anything under 130 yards, I think Tennessee loses because I think Sampson needs to either needs to break the game open or it's going to be a loss. I do not think that Nico will be capable to put the deep threat out there to where with the weather is going to be and everything like that. Ohio State must, and I mean must, throw all caution to the wind and put everything out on the perimeter. It's not a must. I mean, gap schemes have worked against Tennessee in the run game. I don't want to see as much gap scheme, but they have to be able to protect through the two guards. Luke Montgomery is going to start. Taylor Shabola is heard to be starting. They said it will be a rotation, so if one of them is messed up, effing up, they will probably get pulled, and the next one will go in. So we'll see.
Final score prediction.
I think it will be Ohio State 27, Tennessee 17.
Toasty. Keivon, with that being said, you have the bracket right in front of you. What is the Final Four?
It will be Texas against Arizona State, Ohio State versus Oregon, Penn State versus Boise State, and
What's in your Final Four?
my
The
Final
winners
Four.
of those games.
Well, I'd probably have to say Texas over Arizona State, Ohio State over Oregon, Penn State over Boise, and Georgia over Indiana.
Okay. We have.
I will take Ohio State over Texas,
Okay.
and I will take Georgia over Boise.
Okay. Georgia, Ohio State.
I will
Redemption.
I will take Ohio State over Georgia. I would honestly do that only off the simple fact of I don't think Georgia's offense is good. I just don't. That's literally
Simple as
the
that.
point. Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that is. Yeah. So
So you think Penn State can stop Boise State's offense? Running the ball.
yes, I honestly,
What's the best way of beating Penn State?
if you want me to be honest, I think Penn State and Georgia is going to be a lot closer than what
I don't
people
think they
believe
make
so.
it. I don't think Penn State makes it.
We know that.
Boise
But
State.
I think Penn State and hey, listen, if it was Notre Dame against Georgia, I'd probably take Notre Dame. If you want
That's
to
the
be honest. That's fraud.
That's the crazy thing about this whole situation.
I think if Indiana were to beat Notre Dame, then that will
that's
Georgia's
the thing.
in there. But if Notre Dame were the one, if Notre Dame defeats Indiana, I think they're going to the.
Final Four.
I think they go. No, I think they go into the Natty. I think if Notre Dame, if Notre Dame wins their first round, they're going to the national championship.
Hey, that's
Legitimately,
as some people say, that's a ballsy take right there.
it is. But
But I'm not going to lie to you. I also think Notre Dame's a matchup nightmare for Georgia.
Yeah.
Like
Without a doubt.
I think like that's the
They're
beautiful
playing.
thing about the sport.
I mean, they're playing themselves at that point, and I think that if Carson Beck is not playing, then
oh yeah, Notre Dame's defense.
Notre Dame's
their ears
defense
back.
is going to get on that ass. And truthfully, I would probably trust
Riley over the
not even
sophomore.
Riley. I would probably trust Love over everything else on Georgia's offense with the backup quarterback.
Sometimes you just gotta trust Love, man. You gotta trust Love.
Hey,
That's the fun thing about sports, man. It's not always about who's the best team. It's about matchups. And
it is.
That's all we can do. It's match up. Hope for the best. But once again, episode 27, Through the Whistle. We'll be back on Monday for damn sure. That is it. That is a must.
It is.
You know, maybe Keivon can take some videos if his hands thaw out enough on Saturday. I doubt it. I doubt his hands leave his pockets. Keivon's gonna be cold as shit.
It is, but you know your Vance is going to be there talking about some. Are you taking pictures or anything on the sideline? So
I will be reserved about that situation.
I'll go.
But
back
guess
to
what?
that.
You're getting this real today. If you end up seeing this video, you're getting my real today. Be real. You're getting this real. Trying to question me if I work for Wiz. Man, don't get worked up. I'm a Christian. You need some hot hands? Need some warmers?
I'm going to Dick's Sporting Goods to buy gloves.
Well, you got money.
To buy
Why don't
gloves.
you just get my gloves?
I want Nike gloves.
Why?
Just to be
How?
fancy.
When are you gonna ever wear gloves again?
When it gets cold next year.
So you're gonna wear them 3 times. You're gonna wear them once a year. Trust me. I had my gloves.
I lost my North Face gloves. So,
Yeah.
But that's because I was moving. When I was moving
it's
into
probably,
my apartment.
probably in Nana's garage.
It probably is, but
Everything's in that garage.
I'm not searching for them. So
Oh, no. Search
it
and
is.
destroy.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah.
I don't think the Nike gloves will have enough space for the hand warmer in there.
Yeah, and plus, you know, when we get back on Monday, we got some NFL topics that I would like to discuss that some people will not be a fan of. So
And then we have an apology to give to the committee
and why is that?
because SMU's gonna get fucking bashed. It's gonna be bad. But you know what, Alabama? Just win your fucking games. You won't have this problem.
Yes.
Simple as that. But, once again, Through the Whistle, episode 27. Thank you for tuning in. Keivon, thank you for coming in for the last 5 minutes. Hey, Tua Tagovailoa, National Championship game. Same vibes? Coming at the end, you save the day?
I'm here for the people.
He's just a chill guy. Anyways, Through the Whistle, episode 27. Thank you.